What's up, guys? How you doing, Rap Unreal in the house? How you doing, my brother? I just wanna no, stop. Shit, don't need to be playing that twice. I just want to say what's up. I watched one fight yesterday. I didn't feel like watching fights all day. I wanted to take time to myself. I did want to watch the Tank Broly fight, and we're gonna discuss this. We're gonna discuss this. Am I from? Yeah, I'm from New York. I'm from the Bronx, but I live out in New Mexico. I've been living out here since 83, 84. I've gone back and forth between here and New York plenty of times. But I want to discuss this Roland Tank fight and stuff like that. Now I've been seeing God damn man. Some people are just like flip floppy. I'm so fucking sick of it, man. Let me say that closer. I'm so sick of people fucking being flip floppy with their favorite fighter, their goddamn this is the truth. Oh, this is the real. Get the fuck out of here. God damn, man, be a real motherfucker for a change. Let me explain a couple of things about the fight that happened yesterday. Okay, I knew I knew Rolly was gonna lose. I just knew it. I was rooting for Rolly. I was hoping Rolly would win, but I kind of knew Tank was going to take it. And I was discussing it actually with LT yesterday, and we both came to the same conclusion that Tank would take it in round six, which is exactly what happened. But what I did not expect was for Rolly to actually win rounds. And let me tell you, on my scorecard, the first 5 rounds, in my scorecard, Rolly won 4 of them fucking rounds. So who got exposed? Rolly or Tank? Because if you look at the end of the day, Tank has some fucking speed knots on his head. Tank got one shot in on Rolly, really, and that gave him one speed knot on the side of his neck, on the side of his head. And Rolly walked into that punch. He said it himself, like a man. He said it himself, and I'm glad that Gervonta Davis acted like a fucking man too, and gave kudos to Rolly. That's all fine and dandy. But now we got these fucking channels out there, you know, talking some major shit. If anybody got fucking exposed, it was Tank Davis. How the fuck does Rolly win rounds on Davis? Explain that to me. How does Rolly win rounds on Davis? Davis is supposed to be this all-round great fighter. But Rolly wins the majority of the rounds that he lasted. Get the fuck out of here. Who got exposed? Who got exposed? Fucking wake up, man. Wake the fuck up. Dick Justice, what's up, brother? How you doing? Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. Listen, he went away from the game plan. The coach was telling him the right things. He should have not gotten greedy. Yes, you're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. Romero was up. And you're saying the same thing. Romero was up. Salute to you, Dick Justice. Salute to you, brother. I appreciate it. But I'm so fucking tired of this narrative going around. People just jumping the fucking shark, or getting on these bandwagon fucking channels. God damn, I'm so sick of it. I am so sick of band fucking wagon fans. Oh D, what's up, brother? Justin, how you doing? Haney. No, um, I think the Tank is staying with Mayweather. I think it was all a farce, honestly. I think it was all a farce to get people to be more interested. I wasn't, I don't know how I felt. I know that Tank needs to leave Mayweather, but I don't think he was ever planning on leaving Mayweather. So I think it was all a farce. Personally, I really do. Okay, Moses will wait. Stop it. There you go. Let's see what we got going on up here. So I mean, everyone that's here right now, did you guys have Haney? Haney. Did you guys have Rowley up before the knockout? Was he ahead of Davis, or did you have Davis winning? You know, the majority of the rounds, because I had it 4 rounds to 1. That's how I had it, and I was talking with Carl. Carl had it 3 rounds to 2, I believe it was in Rowley's favor. Hey, honey. But yeah, last night, and then this thing too. Like I think how many people saw Tank? In my opinion, Tank played possum too. What was it? I think it was round 2. I think it was round 2 or 3, where Tank acted like he hurt his hand. You know, because he did that wince thing and shit like that. He acted like he hurt his hand, and fucking Rolly fell for it, man. It looked to me, and I could be wrong. Maybe you guys have a different perspective, but I think Tank played possum. Rolly fell for it, and Tank just timed him, and fucking Rolly won or walked into. He just walked into that punch. But I do believe that Tank played possum last night. Rolly was doing more than just clipping Tank, man. Did you see Tank's fucking face, man? He had fucking speed knot on his eye, his forehead. He had speed knots. That dude was getting fucking tagged. Tank was getting tagged by Rolly last night, and that you could see. No lie, you could see the concern on his face. I'm not gonna say fear, but I am gonna say you could see the concern on his face. I'm not taking anything away from Tank. My thing is, you know, call it call it like it is, man. Stop fucking feeding into the bullshit and stop falling for narratives. Just fucking see it for what you see. I seen a fight last night that was a good fight, and I saw Roland do the best I've ever seen him do as far as boxing skill. I'm not taking nothing away from Tank, but I am going to say Roland was winning that fight. Rolando was winning that fight, and he walked into a punch. And I do believe, and it's not nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with playing possum. Nothing wrong with it. It's not against the rules or anything like that. To get somebody to, you got to win however you got to win, as long as it's not cheating. what do you, let's see what we got here. He red bumped on the, yeah. Oh, what's up, Pound? Salute to you, brother. Salute to you. Huh? I'm full of it. Oh, shush.
That's what you said earlier. You agreed with what I said.
Wait, no, the thing is, there's nothing wrong with playing possum. There's nothing wrong. It's not against the rules. Do people like it? No, there's not too many big fans of it, but it is what it is. You know, I thought we were gonna have. I thought we were gonna have another Gary Russell Jr. fucking situation where Gary Russell hurt his hand and he lost the fight because he couldn't use both hands, and uh, Mag Magsayo fucking won the fight. You know, it is what it is. So moving forward, I don't. If anyone got exposed, in my opinion, it was Tank that got exposed. It was Tank that got exposed because Tank. Let's say that was a fighter of Lomachenko's quality. Do you really think Tank would be able to get away with that shit? You know, if Rolly had more experience, in my honest opinion, if Rolly had more experience, just a few more years of experience, I think that would have been a better fight, and I think it would have been a different outcome. But it is what it is. Tank won the fight. He won it by knockout. I predicted that Tank would win by knockout. LT predicted that Tank would win by knockout. The majority of people thought that Tank would win by knockout. But in no way, shape, or form did I expect Rolly to put the fight up that he put up. Kudos to Rolly. Kudos to Rolly, and I hope that he stays in boxing and he gets more wins under his belt and he learns more, because I'd like to see those two fight again. I really do. And I'd love to see it. Oh, what's up, Jedi in the house? I would love to see those two fight again, where Rolly has more experience and more wins under his belt. But we got these fucking channels out there, man. Just like fucking, he's the truth. Come on, man. No, you know what? The truth was fucking discovered last night. The truth was discovered last night. Fucking Tank is not that badass boxer everyone thought he was, or everyone likes to push that he is. Tank last night was seriously concerned about losing. He had a look in his eye of desperation because Rolly was tagging him almost at fucking will. Jedi, how you doing, brother? Did you watch the fight last night? Everybody, if you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe to the Jedi. He's my brother from another mother. Jedi, if you want, go ahead and link your channel in here, man. You're more than welcome. I'm gonna go ahead. I said what I gotta say, so I'm gonna go ahead and give the link out. If you guys want to come up and talk, you're more than welcome to. This is my wife Katie back here, getting stoned.
See? I know you talking about.
Me, I can't get stoned and do a stream because no. See those eyes? You see her eyes? That's how I'd look, and I'd be doing nothing but gibberish coming out of my mouth. Just saying. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. And before, well, let me show you. I know how this looks. I gotta show them. This is not. This is look, guys. This is a nectar collector. A nectar collector. Just so you understand. That's not. It's just a glass bone plum piece. But this is a nectar collector. Please don't think anything else. Anyway, so whoever wants to come up here and join me, you're more than welcome to. If not, then this aftermath episode 18. Well, I'll cut it short. I just wanted to get up here and say what I had to say because I'm fucking tired of the narrative going around, man. Last night, in my opinion, Rolly did a great job. Yeah, he got knocked out, man. He walked into a punch. He got a little overran bunctious and yeah, he should have stuck to the game plan, like his corner was telling him, and he didn't. He didn't because he thought that he was further along than he was. He just should have stuck to the game plan. But Rolly did real good. I'm actually proud of the kid. Um, I'm definitely gonna show him a lot more respect now the next time he fights. He just needs some more seasoning, and that's it. But yeah, and that's a big dude for fucking. That's Rolly's a big. Did you see how small Tank looked compared to Rolly? What do we got up here? Juan Welling said Tank Davis is the real deal. I'm not saying Tank is not the real deal, but I am going to say this. I'm going to say this without reservation. Tank last night, of the two boxers last night, Tank is who I felt was exposed. Tank, he was shown that he's susceptible to a style like Rolly. Rolly should have stuck to the game plan. I had Rolly up 4 rounds to 1. 4 rounds to 1. That's what I had him up. There were other people that I was watching the fight with that had him 3 rounds to 2 up. So that being said, though, and I know that there was a round where Tank, in my opinion, was playing possum, and he just suckered Rolly in, and he got him. He got him good. Rolly fell for it. Rolly should have listened. Let's see right here what you say. You have to give credit to Tank. He knocked it. Yeah, no. I give him credit, but everybody like I see other channels saying that fucking Rolly got exposed. Rolly wasn't exposed. Everybody knew Rolly was gonna lose. I knew Rolly was gonna lose. What surprised me is how good Rolly did. That's what surprised me. I did not expect Rolly to take any rounds yesterday. That's the God's honest truth. I did not expect Rolly to take any rounds last night. And dude took rounds. He was winning the fight. And there's another thing. That's another thing you got to say. Nobody wanted this fight. Nobody wanted this fight. They tried to make this fight more than what it was. And it ended up being more than what it was. You know, I'm glad that I got to see Rolly improve. And to go up against somebody the likes of Tank, that means a lot. But in the same token, though, Tank didn't look good fighting against Rolly. He got the knockout. Yes, kudos to him for that. Yes. But Rolly shouldn't have got any rounds. Rolly shouldn't have got any rounds. And in my book, he got 4 out of 5 rounds. Something wrong there. What's up, Jack-On? What's up? How you doing? Welling says those nobodies are getting put this. You know what? The nobodies were getting put to sleep, but he couldn't put to sleep Pitbull. You know, yeah, he did body he bodied Roland, but again, man, how Roland gets rounds? How did Roland get rounds? How did that happen? Is no one going to talk about this? Is no one going to say anything about it? They're just going to look at the knockout. You're not going to talk about the fight itself, because I know there were some worried motherfuckers last night. I guarantee you, there were some worried motherfuckers last night. Up until round 6, there were some motherfuckers say, "God damn, is this fight really happening like this?" I know there was some motherfuckers worried last night. And if you don't believe me, go watch other motherfuckers' video for last night. Go watch video from last night on other channels. You tell me there wasn't no worried motherfuckers out there. There were plenty of worried motherfuckers. Well, it says Pitbull gave Tank a war, but Tank is a bigger star. Yeah, no, Tank is a big star, but you know, my thing is I don't care about how popular you are. I care about fighting and your skills, your skill set, and how your skill set works against other boxers' skill set. In my opinion, in my honest opinion, Pitbull does a lot better than he got credit for in that fight. Honestly, I do believe that fight was a lot closer than what than the judges gave for. Shut up, Jackin. Oh, we got Fuego. We got Jay Cotto up in the house. What's up, guys?
What's going on, fellas?
Did you watch the fight last night? Of course you watched it. Yeah, I was with you. What the
yeah, no, that's what I was gonna say. You're gonna ask me. The only part that I caught was when he got knocked out. But because I was trying to find somebody that was streaming it, right? Mm-hmm. Last second. You know, I'm not paying for that bullshit.
Of course not. No one wanted to pay for that shit.
Yeah, I wasn't paying for that shit either.
Yeah. So anyways, I was seeing people's comments in the Facebook group, and you know, people were like, "Tank is down. Oh, I got Rolly up. You know, 4-1. Mm-hmm. This, and so I was like, oh shit. You know, he's actually putting in some work on Tank. And then when I actually caught it was right when he got knocked out. He got knocked out. But the thing about it is this. You're absolutely right. Like, so when you see everybody in the comment section in the Facebook groups or wherever you go, right? Nobody gave Rolly a chance. The only people that were actually giving him a chance were people like, okay, you know, I'm gonna bet on him because if he does win, like, it's great odds. Like, we're gonna win a lot of money. So, you know, I don't think anybody really gave Rolly a chance. Of course, everybody gave him a puncher's chance, but the other aspect of it too is you have to look at it like, if you look at Tank, he's really been losing most of his fights, and then he'll get the knockout, you know? So if it wasn't for the knockout, or you have somebody in there that's durable, he's very beatable.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Because there's a couple of fights that we could talk about. What's his name? The fight before Pitbull. What was that fight before Pitbull? I can't remember his name for the life of me for some reason.
I know who you're talking about.
Santa Cruz, was it?
No.
Yeah.
Was it Santa Cruz? No, it wasn't Santa Cruz. It was Mario Barrios, wasn't it?
No, it was Santa Cruz, I think. After Mario Barrios.
It was Barrios fight I'm talking about. Barrios was ahead. Barrio was
Barrios
ahead
was
in that
ahead.
fucking fight.
Yep. And then he gassed out.
And yeah, then he gassed out, and then Mayweather was in the corner saying, "You're losing this fight," and, and he said, "You guys," and then he knocked him out. Now I am not taking anything away from Tank. Tank knocked him out. Tank is a knockout artist. Kudos to him. But I am not going to sit here and watch other channels talk about Rolly's exposed. Last night's performance, if anything, shows Tank was being exposed.
Right.
Well, Tank was exposed also by Cruz, Barrios. I mean, we can say that Leo Santa Cruz was having his way as well in the beginning until he got caught with that uppercut. It's just gonna take a slick boxer. If he runs into somebody like a Ryan Garcia, let's say a Teofimo, a Lomachenko, I mean, guys that he's not fighting, that he's supposed to be fighting. I feel these guys, as long as they keep the distance, they blaze him.
Yeah.
Tank is just one of those little compact motherfuckers that had certain boxing skills and knows how to set up that. That's one thing you got to know. If you're a knockout artist, just like Mike Tyson, you have to know how to set up that punch. That's what he does, bro. I mean, like I said, he hasn't fought anybody. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't fought anybody. If you guys want to throw in Gamboa and fucking Santa Cruz, you could go ahead and do that. But it's still fucking nobody, because now he's supposed to be fighting the guys over 135 and 140. And now that he's staying with Mayweather Promotions, we're never going to see those fights.
Nope.
Dude,
we're never
going to see
those
Mayweather made that.
You know what it is that why? This is what I don't understand is why are they even giving this dude credit? Because at the end of the day, what was this guy? The 14th fight of his career as a pro?
Yes.
Okay, 14th fight. And like Shakur Stevens said, he fights like an MMA guy. Of course, you're supposed to get this guy out of there quick. It's like if you don't, then you're supposed to show up for that. So the fact that even this dude was up on the cards on him is like, what the fuck? Like that guy should never even be up on the cards.
Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. He shouldn't have won rounds. Rolly should not have won any rounds. Any.
Yeah, but technically, I think they had. Didn't they have technically on the cards they had him up, right? They had Tank up.
I don't know. I didn't stick around long enough. I didn't stick around. What I wanted to hear was what Tank had to say. And Tank, I'm gonna say this. Tank acted like a gentleman. He didn't fucking shit talk. And I appreciate that. And then when Rolly came up for his press conference, Rolly just said the brass tacks of it. He knew he walked into that punch. And even Tank said he wasn't even that hard of a punch. Walked into it. It is what it is.
And I mean, I think he was being real fucking cocky with that one, because he did swing for the fences with that punch, so he needs to stop it. Personally, I don't see that power carrying. Where's he at now? He's at what, 130, right? 135?
135.
Yeah, 135.
Okay. I don't see that power going up to 140. You know why? Because, and even if he does bring that power, that's all he's gonna have. This is why Mayweather didn't want to put him in there with Loma. Loma would have ate his beans early in his career, probably would have handed him his first loss. All right? A motherfucker like Teofimo definitely would have done worse than what fucking, you know what I'm saying? I mean, taking nothing away from Tank, he's just not fighting the right fights, and it's dangerous for him to actually try to get up into a level where guys are already ahead of him. Teofimo eats him up alive, bro. Fucking Lomachenko eats him up. Fucking, I can't really speak for Garcia. You know what I mean? I really can't speak for Garcia because he hasn't been fucking fight. He's just been, and I heard he just lost like what was it, the 20,000 to Errol Spence Jr. over the fight. Yep, and then fucking Teofimo lost 100K. You know what I'm saying? So it's it's to a point that people do believe in Tank, but when it comes to these easy fights, you know what I mean? A lot of people didn't give Rolly any chance, because who the fuck has Rolly fought?
Yeah, nobody.
Exactly.
And then
I
his
also
last fight was questionable with Marinez.
yeah, right, right, right. And you know what I heard? You know what I heard too, Jed? I heard that I've been hearing. Let me just I've been hearing that Tank carried him on purpose. Tank, really? That's carrying somebody getting the shit punched out of you?
Did you see the speed knots on fucking Tank's head?
Yeah.
There was
Yeah,
no
that
fucking
was
carry there.
yeah, yeah. These motherfuckers are delusional, bro. And so now Tank Davis, Leonard Bell Pepper Nose Ellaby now is going around saying that that was the highest grossing pay-per-view without having any numbers just yet. He's announced this morning, which is bullshit because it usually takes another day or two.
Yeah,
So
no,
this
you didn't get no numbers in yet, and I don't
no,
see
he
how
didn't.
they can say some shit like that.
Yeah.
I am gonna say this though. I did not. I'm proud of Rolly, and now I'm looking forward to Rolly's future fights. I really am. I'm looking forward to his future fights. If Tank has done anything, he has shown us that there are fighters out there that are worth following. Because of Tank Davis, we got to learn about Pitbull Cruz. Isak is an awesome fighter. I am following Isak. I like Isak. I feel he's definitely gonna make a lot of waves in the future. And now, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna have to say that every time I hear someone talk shit on Rolly, I'm just gonna say nope. Rolly was clocking the fuck out of Tank for he was beating the shit out of Tank.
Yeah, but Rolly has no listen. I don't want to see Rolly until he gets better with his defense, bro. Had he had his hands up, he wouldn't. That shot would have been deflected. But he walked into that. He hopped in. He did a Manny Pacquiao Marquez. He didn't have his defense up. Had he had his guard up and then swinging with the other hand, because that's the first thing they teach you in boxing, bro. If the other hand is busy, the other hand is your defense. That's the first thing I mean, what the fuck, bro? He just went in, bro. He leaped in with his guard down with that fucking left fucking hook he tried, and he got played.
Yeah, he got caught. He got caught good, and he should have listened to his corner because his corner was giving him good advice. No lie, his corner was fucking on point with the advice in the corner, and he should have just listened. He got like I said earlier, he got a little rambunctious, and didn't stick to the game plan, and he needed to stick to that game plan. But it is what it is. Tank got the win. Kudos to Tank. He won the fight by knockout again. The guy is definitely a knockout artist, no doubt about it. But I'm still not convinced of his talent. I'm still not convinced of can he beat top quality boxers? Can he beat a Lomachenko? Can he beat a Devin Haney? Can he beat can he beat these guys, these higher caliber fighters? We don't know because he won't fight him.
The fight he won't. He won't. The fight I want to see, Jed, is Pitbull versus Rolly. Let's get it. That's fireworks.
I would like to see that fight, or Pitbull versus Garcia. Either one of those fights, I would love to see Pitbull fight Rolly or Ryan. Either one, I would love to see.
Hell yeah, I would love to see that, man. That would I think that fight would be great for both of these guys, because but personally, I think Cruz, I think Isak gets the upper hand because he can box.
Yeah.
He's not that one hit quitter looking like Rolly. See, Rolly's got his hand out. He's not even jabbing. He's just waiting to just hit you with that right. And
I'd have to say if it was between Pitbull and Rolly, I would have to give it to Pitbull. And if it was between Pitbull and Ryan, I'd have to give it to Pitbull because Pitbull is constantly moving his head. He's in and out, in and out. And every time he's moving his head, he's ready with a punch. He's ready with a punch.
Yep.
So these other two are just not ready for punches like that. They're ready to receive punches.
There's a lot. Yeah, and this is what I was speaking of, man. Every time I spoke of incomplete fighters, I mean, you have a whole era full of incomplete fighters, and look what happened when they went to ringside. We saw Danny Garcia, in which I looked at him and I looked at the other, it was who else was it that they showed? But my whole point is they looked over the hill. They already looked like they're past their prime. You know what I mean? Danny Garcia keeps talking about he's going to 154, 154. We haven't seen him yet. We have Keith Thurman's not even in the picture anymore. We don't even see that motherfucker. So it's like, bro, PBC's a waste of time, bro. And I just hope that those fighters like that get out. Get out of that shit, bro.
All right. Can you guys hear me?
I don't disagree. Yeah, we hear you now.
Okay,
Sorry
good.
about that.
So my only thing about that is that I'm not sold on Tank, because people are like, oh, he's a knockout artist. But yeah, a knockout artist against who? You know?
Right.
All these other guys that got put at 122, 126, they came up, like maybe Barrios, that's about it, because he went up in weight. Other than that, but who was Barrios too, if he didn't get knocked out.
No, you're absolutely right, man. I mean, listen, guys from the past eras, and I know people don't, the new guys, the new kids don't want to hear this, but it is what it is, bro. Just like if in order for you to graduate today, you have to do what your mom did, what your pops did, what you have to study. You have to go through the different levels of education in order for you to gain an education, in order to surpass and go to the next level. And this is what these fighters are not doing. These guys are not educating themselves, bro, within the sport. They're not transcending the way they're supposed to. They think that the money is going to transcend them, and it doesn't. It may get you nice, luxurious things, but when you're gone, that's all you be known as. Mayweather is only going to be known as a defensive, rich savant. That's it. There's nothing more. But across the board, bro. Oh, he fought Mosley. Yeah, when he was over his prime. Next. Oh, he beat Canelo when Canelo was young, and you could say he fought him at the right time. But yet, after Canelo, why didn't he fight? You know what I'm saying? Why didn't he take the fucking Pacquiao fight?
They fought the most champions or something like that.
That's what they're saying. But if you take a look at the champions, look at the stipulations behind the champions that had, like, fucking Marquez had to come up 2 weight classes. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Are you kidding me? Like, I don't respect Mayweather's record is padded. It looks good on paper, and they'll argue with that. But now, when you go across a debate table on who fought who, you can't really match anybody up and Mayweather's prime, because Mayweather ain't fight nobody in their fucking prime. Everybody was over the fucking hill, and these are facts. If they weren't over the hill, what's up,
OG in the house. What's up,
OG?
OG?
You know what I'm
What's
saying?
up, my brethren?
Chilling, bro, chilling.
God bless you all, my brothers.
Explaining
God bless you all, my brother.
God bless you too, my brother. Just explaining the padded record of Floyd Mayweather Jr. on how, you know what I'm saying, he's tricked a lot of people where, oh, he's fought 26, 27 champions. Okay, that he's done. But now look at the level that these champions were on. Look at the stipulations that he put on these. All right, and then not only that, the testing alone.
Can I quote what Mayweather said?
Go ahead.
He's a bank robber. He got the name because he was a bank robber. And what do a bank robber do? He has everything on his side and his advantages. He already thoroughly plotted his way to what he accomplished. He never fought anybody in their prime, he had all the A-side advantages. He even admitted that he spied on fucking Pacquiao, knew that Pacquiao's shoulder was fucking fucked up, and still the little man came out there and fucking him up. So fuck all the bullshit, and the biggest pactard is Floyd Mayweather, because he was in every one of Pacquiao's fights.
He was scared to death to fight him, bro. That's why the shit stretched out 5.5 years to make. Fuck that shit. I got my $100 refund. Them niggas kiss my ass. Yeah, that was the most legal That was the most legal bank robbery ever, son. That was the most legal racket ever, son.
I
These
remember
motherfuckers,
streaming that fight. I streamed that
bro.
fight.
Yo, Jed, OG, Fuego, fellas in the chat. 36 minutes of boxing, and we got 19 minutes of fucking hugging, son. So how many minutes of boxing did we actually watch? Think about this now. About maybe what, 15, 10 minutes? The fuck out of here, $109 HD, nigga. I called my satellite company, told them yo I had glitches. I wasn't able to see the fight. That was supposed to be a super. Oh, no problem, Mr. Cotto. Yeah, listen, we'll give you a refund, not a problem. Thank you. Saw the fight for free. Fuck that. Them niggas didn't get my $100. Pacquiao or fucking Mayweather. That was
Yep.
that was a racket, the most legal racket ever, son. He's gonna hug for 19 minutes, bro, out of 36 minutes of boxing, bro. You know how many minutes of boxing is that?
Well, he did
Tell
that
me.
shit with the second fucking Madonna fight.
Yeah, I got two things for that.
Yep.
Here's one.
Ew.
Get the fuck out of here, man. Please. Please, get the fuck out of here, man.
This
No
is
doubt.
the
And
only time that I will agree with Canelo.
that's right. And when he beat Canelo, yeah, Canelo was young, no doubt. He caught him at the right time. That was great. It made him look great.
Man,
that
he
fight made
dehydrated the shit out of fucking
thank you.
Canelo. He
Catch
couldn't
weight.
even stand up, bro.
Catch weight. And mind you, let's remember now. Let's remind these fucking flomos that he was complaining about Pacquiao fighting dudes at catch weights. He went and did it. But yet the flomos and him failed to understand. Actually, he knew it, but the other flomos failed to understand. Like I always said, Pacquiao was always the smaller man because he's
Yep.
coming up in weight. So therefore, if you want to fight Pacquiao and you want the Pacquiao lottery, you've got to what? You've got to meet him. And like if he'll
Well,
fight
look,
you at
look, look,
142, you had to come in at least 145 instead of 147. That's
Hey,
not that
Cotto,
bad. Yeah.
Cotto, check this shit out. When he fought Miguel Cotto, okay? Miguel Cotto came in at 146. That was his stipulation. And he said, yeah, I'll do it. And
Yeah.
Pacquiao was 141 going into 147 fight.
Bro. And what did he do? What did he do to Cotto, bro?
Yeah, and Cotto, when he on weight date, you only supposed to get 10 pounds. He came in there like 150 something. So cut the bullshit. People that talk shit about Pacquiao, that little motherfucker whooped everybody, and he didn't put no stipulations. He didn't give no stipulations to Margarito. Same way like motherfucking Triple G didn't put a stipulation on fucking Danny Jacobs. Danny Jacobs came in there fucking a light heavyweight.
Yeah.
And what did Cotto do? I mean, what did fucking, Canelo did? Because he's using the Floyd Mayweather pattern. He learned a lot from Mayweather in the business sense. You know what I'm saying? So, I look at every fighter, even though people may not look at Canelo, or some people, his fan side, I still give props to Canelo because he's a fighter, and then whether his attributes diminished or not, it doesn't matter. He's still he gave the opportunity to Bivol. Okay, and they didn't fucking weight drain him. They didn't do nothing. They said, fuck this. I want to test myself, because if he think he was gonna come in there with motherfucker Arthur Beterbiev, that's a different story.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's
Exactly.
older. He's older, but he can fucking crack.
Yep. And you know what, gentlemen? Like, let's not get it twisted. There are fighters, right? For example, Canelo. I respect what he does at certain points. I don't respect him when he doesn't respect his career, when he goes with the fuckeries, like the Kovalev setup fight. Like, I mean, I can keep going with this motherfucker, right? That's what I mean.
100% agree with you, my brother.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Same thing with Mayweather. When Mayweather was fucking Pretty Boy Floyd, he was well respected. We were waiting for this but and then
Yep.
right after he fought De La Hoya, went to fucking WWE, did this bad guy bullshit. Then he started with the stipulations, motherfuckers that he was testing. These niggas needed out of a 2.5 month workout in order for you to get tested by VADA, which was what he was using, bro. At least 28 times you were seen, bro. 28 times.
And he will laugh about it.
That's draining a motherfucker, bro. You know how much blood that is, bro? Within 2.5 months, you've seen 28 times, bro. That means that they can test you Monday and Tuesday, and then the next following Monday and Tuesday, and then the following month they could do it up to 15 times, nigga. Showing up unexpectedly, bro. That's weight draining a nigga. That's why a lot of fighters out here was like, bro, he used to weight drain me, and all these fucking dummies.
He did
Don't
that
be-
shit to Shane Mosley.
Yeah. Even though, look, what he did with Mosley was he took him when he was already done. Because Vernon, you know who did his job for him? Vernon Forrest.
Yep.
Okay, Vernon Forrest did his job. Vernon Forrest did his job for fucking for Floyd, bro. He fucking destroyed Mosley twice, bro. Twice, bro.
Well, what are we gonna say about this whole situation with Tank not leaving Mayweather promotions? Because
Well,
this, I think personally it was all a farce to begin with. I didn't think he was going anywhere to begin with. I know that, in my opinion, he needs to leave Mayweather.
Yeah.
But I think Mayweather got something over him or something because he could do so much better with that.
Hey, Jay, Electro Jet, you got echo in your background.
Yeah, it's not coming from my side, but I'm muting my mic after I say whatever I gotta say.
Yeah. I listen. Tank needs to leave Mayweather, bro. If he wants to be great, he needs to fight the guys that are supposed to be on his menu, like Loma, like Ryan Garcia, like Teofimo Lopez. I mean, it goes on and on. But we're not gonna see exactly, but we're not gonna see this under a Mayweather banner because Mayweather, he was able to at least get away with shit fighting motherfuckers he was supposed to go toe to toe with when they were younger, older. So he was able to age them the fuck out. But now when you take a good look at this spectrum on how he's trying to do it with Tank, now he said he's not going to cross the street. Everything's gonna be in-house. So in-house means PBC fighters and Mayweather promotion fighters. How many fighters do you have? How many weight classes do you have, first of all, under your promotional banner? How many fighters do you have, especially in that weight division, for fucking Tank? You're gonna run out. His back's gonna turn against the wall. You're gonna have no fucking option but to try to make a fight with these other guys. And what you're gonna do? Wait them out? Well, while you're waiting these guys out, and these guys are on the way out already because they've already accomplished more than fucking Tank. Guess what? Tank is old. He's by himself. He's only gonna get older. And when it's time for him to a fucking nobody is gonna cut. Look, it almost happened to him. A fucking nobody's gonna come and take his food. And then what are we gonna say? Tank really ain't fight nobody. Mayweather ain't allow him to fight nobody.
Look, it's already being said. You know, let's be truthful. It's already being said, and not for nothing, but his back has been up against the wall now for a couple of years. Cotto, he's been up against the wall like that for a couple of years now. Because who has he fought in the past? What name has he fought in the past 2 years that is of any significance? Nobody.
I mean, like I said, we could throw in the Gamboa and we could throw in the fucking Santa Cruz, but that's it. That's it.
But now we got motherfuckers just like praising this guy. Come on, man. You know, like
Look,
the one thing that pissed me off is when I was heated. If you watch the beginning of this stream, you'll see I was fucking heated. Because it was not just one stream, it was a number of streams. that had headers that saying fucking Roland exposed. Wait a minute. What? Repeat
Yeah.
that shit?
Yeah,
What?
that
Who was
stupid
exposed?
exposed shit.
Yeah, if anybody was exposed, it was Tank. But
Well, they always use that shit wrong, right? They always use the exposed wrong because here's the difference, real fast. I'm sorry. Here's the difference. Tank is a champ. He has more credibility in that ring than Rolly. So if Tank beats the shit out of Rolly, Tank didn't expose Rolly because Rolly is on the way up and he's supposed to show his weaknesses and shit like that, right? Champ does that. Champ is way above his level. Now, if the little guy got to the champ and the champ wasn't able to answer, and the champ is looking back, it's the guy that has more credibility, more credentials, that's up there with the more ring general shit that was supposed to be in control of the fight, right? With his maneuvering, that's exposure. When the bigger person gets exposed, that's the difference. That's all I wanted to say, bro.
That's
Go
right.
ahead, brother.
I concur on that notion, sir. Hey, Electrojet, could you blow up my thing and ask that question again that you just asked, or that you said that somebody exposed?
there you go, brother.
That's who exposed. That guy's question or answer. Goldust just exposed you, my brother. Do you see the smirk? It's personal to you.
I'm telling you,
Goldust
they-
is exposing motherfuckers, and the one that got exposed last night was Tank. And
yeah, bro.
but you were like, here's the thing. I was with you, right? Carlo, last night.
Yeah, you were with me.
And you heard me and LT say it before the fight. Fucking Tank got this round 6.
Yeah,
Right? What?
yeah.
I didn't think Rolly was going to win any rounds last night. I did not expect Rolly. I just expected Rolly to survive 6 rounds. No way did I think Rolly was going to win a round. When Rolly, in my book, won 4 rounds, and even in Carl's book, he had 3 rounds, there was something wrong. Now, I did go back to other different people's pages and watch the video replay. You know, I watched their calling of the fights last night. There was some worried motherfuckers last night. There was some worried motherfuckers last night.
That's facts, bro. That's facts. Motherfuckers done put up tuitions, bro. College tuition, fucking their house, bro. Their fucking car notes.
Bank
Motherfuckers
robbery.
Yeah, all day, bro. Like, come on, man. How the fuck you think Rolly was actually going to win? Like, unless you know, Tank, you know, just wasn't looking good. And Tank looked okay, but it's just the problem that Rolly gave Tank problems. It was Rolly's defense that was his demise, bro. He walked in there with the other arm down to his waist, and he was coming with that hook, looking like Super Macho Man and like near the end of fucking Mike Tyson's Punch Out with that one arm. He didn't have his guard up. Had he had his guard up, had that one arm up towards his jaw, it would have been deflected.
Right. But the other part too is, you know how when two guys always throw hooks too, a lot of times, you know, if you're quicker to it, because what I saw was that Rolly was throwing his hook like straight ahead of him, and this dude like kind of moved out of the way while throwing his hook. You know, so he beat him to the punch. My other question to you is this, Jay, since you have fighting experience. I know Rob gets in there. He loves to you know, spar a lot of people, you know. Could it be that from his sparring sessions and then him taking punches and probably never been knocked out before in sparring sessions that you get that confidence, right? And then you go into a fight like this, you know, with the weight drain and everything, that, you know, you run into the shot. You know, it's not so much that the shot was strong, it's just the fact that you're coming in with your force and then you get hit. So my question is that, like, do you think it's just overconfidence?
The overconfidence, definitely. My man was swollen with overconfidence yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Like
I
he
love
was
it.
swollen. and that's great to have overconfidence, but now to have a controlled confidence, right? Where it's like, okay, I know that when I release one arm, the other arm ain't doing nothing, so it has to defend that side of my face, right? So it's just the point that he really, really, really was way overconfident, thought that he had Tank's number,
Right.
and decided he's small. I'm not worried about that. I'm gonna come in on this guy and I'm gonna be throwing hooks. And that's what he tried to do. He threw the left hook, hopped in, Tank went under that fucking left hook and released his fucking right. Bang. Was it his right? No, his left.
His left.
Bang. Right? Bang, hit him. And then he got the fucking left hook that Rolly was gonna throw. That arm got caught on the ropes.
Mhm.
That's how you know he was trying to go for a 1-2 combination. You can see it clear as day. But this is the problem. You have to, if you're throwing a hook and you're gonna lunge in, you need to have a guard up at the side that's not guarded, which is the arm you're not using.
Right.
And that's what happened with Rolly. Rolly has no defense, bro. His defense and his overconfidence and having so much confidence in his power was his demise, fellas.
I think what the confidence was that he sparred with a lot of people and he's eating shots before. So he's probably like, you know what? I need a shot, but I'm gonna get in there and get beat off. I think that was his idea behind that whole thing. Like, oh, Isaac Cruz is a small dude. He got probably hit a couple of times. He ate shots and shit like that. I'm a tough dude. I could go in there, eat some shots, but I'm gonna catch him. I think that was his game plan. You know what I mean? He just goes in there and he'll take a shot to give a shot.
But the problem is, Figo, he didn't have the Isaac Cruz jaw. Isaac Cruz's jaw is more adamantium than Rolly's. These are facts.
Right.
No shit. I definitely gotta agree with that. Although I am gonna say this, and I don't know how many people noticed this. Rolly did take a couple of shots here and there, and he fucking took them with grace. He did. He just he split it. That one that he.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That one that he walked in, that was just man. No one's gonna survive a shot like that.
Bro, my man, I remember Tank hit him with a shot. I think it was in the 4th round. And he ate that shit like a roast beef sandwich and just kept walking. I was like, damn.
You sit there. Oh, that's it. Okay, I'm coming in there. Now the other thing too is what I wanted to ask was do you think most fighters, let's say like Rolly, do you think he's ever been knocked out in sparring, or do most fighters usually get knocked out in sparring, or no? Throughout their career.
If not knocked out, knocked down or stunned, right? Or stunned. It's very rare that like Teofimo got knocked out in sparring, but they try to hide that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a hot commodity. He was gonna go up. It's just the whole point. If that it happens in sparring, bro. Mike Tyson got put on his fucking hip bones. You know what I'm saying? He got put on his pelvis in sparring after a while as he got older. Now, when he was younger, I mean, it happens. This is where you're fine tuning your skills. The other guy's trying to get work from you. You're getting work from the guy. So you try to get fighters that are going to have different, should I say, get different fighters that have the tools, right? Like you could spar 5 guys, right? For this one fighter you're going to fight, because this fighter is great with jabs. So you're gonna try to spoil somebody that's nasty with jabs, that is just gonna come at you with jabs and work off the jab, and so that way you recognize that. Then you have a guy who's shitty at the jab but great footwork with a nice left hook. You're gonna work that shit up because that guy you fighting is nice with the jabs, great footwork. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, he hooks as well. See what I mean? You try to get work when you're sparring. You try to get work, different tools from their toolboxes in order to gain something into the fight that you're going into. Now, when you get into that fight, everything becomes muscle memory. Everything becomes, it's like what Bruce Lee said, right? You clear your mind. Yes, you've learned everything, but once the fight starts, that's when you know that you've actually learned, because The moment you stop to think about something is the moment you get touched or the moment your lights go out. But when you let it flow and you just work off of muscle memory or for
And then,
reflex,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Because your body is in tune with your mind. Henceforth, you got better movement, better solidarity in your shots, right? I mean, that's all a factor. Sparring is very important. It's very rare that a lot of motherfuckers went into fights and didn't spar. It also calluses you up. You know what I'm saying? It calluses, a lot of motherfuckers don't understand either that your body must be callous. Look what happened to Mike Tyson, right? Mike Tyson didn't train. So when he was getting those body shots from Buster Douglas and then he was getting those 1-2s, like his body wasn't callous. He didn't put himself through the proper training in order for his body to build the defense. You know what I'm saying? But then, like, he went to jail, he came back, beat Peter McNeely. What did happen? He got more sleeker, more thinner. He got rid of the big build. You know what I'm saying? Instead of going in at 225, he came in at 215. You know what I'm saying? 219. It's just the whole point that you have to callous your body. It's like these martial
Jedi
artists.
does this to me every time. Jedi does this shit to me. Jedi, you know how I feel about that fight. Why you gotta keep bringing it up? It's still a sore point with me. That long ass count and then the short ass count after. Nah, man. I'm just fucking around.
No, I understand. No, I'm just saying, it's just like those martial artists, right? Then, in order to get your knuckles hard, you start doing push-ups on them, then you start hitting little grains of rice and shit. Then you start going into rocks and pitting rice, and then you go and you start hitting rice sacks and stuff. By the time you know it, by that month, bro, your knuckles look savage. Your knuckles are bulky. Your knuckles, you've built that calluses around them. Same thing with your body, bro. If you don't know what that leather feels like, bro, and you don't get your body used to that leather before that fight that comes, that dude has trained practically harder than you have in this example. And when he hits you, whether it's on your arm or your rib cage, or that leather smacks along with the power, oh, bro, it's gonna be paralyzing power. He might stop you with a body shot that just swiped you.
So, do you agree with Raleigh? Well, do you agree with the stoppage?
Yeah. Raleigh couldn't. He didn't have no legs. I think if Tank would have hit him again, it would have seriously damaged Raleigh.
And it was
took
like
about three fights out of him.
It was like 2.5 minutes in the round, right?
What happened?
I think there was like 2 minutes and a half left in the round.
No, it was like one. I think it just got off the 2-minute mark. It was like 150 something.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
There was too much time left. Yeah, it was the right call.
Yeah, I think
in my opinion, it was the right call. I'm not gonna say any different. I'm not gonna downplay that at all.
Bro, his soul was holding on to his eyelids, trying to come back into his body, bro. And the ref seen that. You know what I'm saying? The ref seen that. The ref was like, and once he said, "Come walk towards me," and my man did the shake, rattle, and roll. Elvis Presley, he did the Doogie, son. Like that was it. That was the end.
Does that look like anybody that's capable of getting up and fighting? Look at that. Does that look like anybody that's capable of getting up and fighting?
Nah.
But they knew that coming into this fight that he was probably going to get or beautiful of them. He might have been prepared for that too. That's why he was like trying to get up. You could tell, like he's like, "Fuck." He's like, "I never been hit like this before, or maybe I, like knocked out like this." But fuck it, I give him a lot of credit for getting up, though. You could tell he was trying.
Yeah, the mistake that his corner made was getting him up so quickly and making him walk out. You need to sit him down and put some ice right in the cerebral cortex, which is the spinal cord, and in between the spinal cord and the base of your head in the back. You know what I'm saying? And then under the jaws, and then around the collarbone area to get that circulation going. That's why a lot of motherfuckers either have brain bleeds or, you know what I'm saying, they just start getting clots and shit. You know what I'm saying? Then when he's in the back, they got to massage that shit out, go for a CAT scan, and then possibly go for like a whole week for massages and neck therapy, because if not, shots like that, bro, I'm telling you, man, a lot of fighters, they get arthritis. Like I have arthritis in my neck. You know what I'm saying? That's some fucked up shit to have. That's some fucked up shit to have. The reason why is I came from another sport, the Buran. So when they hold your neck down and give you knees, you know what I'm saying? That shit, bro, you're working that neck out too. Like, you know what I mean? And sometimes, this slips, sometimes you get spasms, sometimes, but to get knocked out, the sport of boxing where it's frontal. You can't hit nobody in the back, but it's full frontal damage.
Yeah.
That your brain rocks back and forth. It hits your shit. You get knocked out, right? That's how we know a knockout is. Cuts your light off. Sometimes they get punched on the side of the jaw, the neck turns, it hits the jugular, it stops the blood flow, you fall out, right? That's why them motherfuckers they need massages and shit like that for a whole week to get the blood flow. Some motherfuckers are smart enough to get acupuncture around the neck area, the base of the skull and shit. But it's hard. It's I'm telling you, bro, these guys ain't really fighting the way we know fighters to be. I can understand that. It's changed, but it is a full contact sport, man. For Christ's sake. For Christ's sake. There are rankings. There are feats to be passed or surpassed. There are records to be set. There are legacies to be gained. You can't tell me that anybody from the past, like let's just say Hector Macho Camacho, comes from 135. Look at that resume at 135. Go ahead. Now compare Tank Davis's resume when he retires, maybe 5-6 years from now, and you tell me if anybody from this era can debate niggas from my era when we talk about Hector Macho Camacho at 135.
I do gotta say, OD was right there. The one good part on his resume was like Pedraza. Good fight.
Yeah.
I'm not taking that away. I'm not saying that Tank is garbage. Hold on a second. Hold on for 1 second. Yeah, I'm not saying Tank is garbage. Let me clarify what I say, and I don't want anyone misconstruing what I say. Tank has a lot of potential. Tank has the potential to be one of the greatest boxers of this generation, but he is not going down the path that leads him to that. He is at best he's been fighting mediocre boxers. He's got a couple of good ones on his resume. But in the past few years, his resume does not look good. I don't care how anyone tries to spin it. You can't spin it any way, but the fact that is he's been fighting mediocre fights the past few years. I don't care how you spin it. You could. Last night, nobody wanted to see that fight. Nobody wanted to pay for that fight. All right, we got a better fight than we expected. Kudos to Rolly for that. But we all knew, myself included, Tank was going to win that fight by knockout. The majority of the fans last night knew that knockout was going to happen. Whether it happened in the 3rd round or it happened in the 9th round, it was going to happen. Period. End of subject.
That's right. And I also want to say that Ramos and Santa Maria fight, that shit saved that card because that the Monopoly Man versus the fucking the Cesar Pompadour fucking gap tooth wonder by the name of Lara, right? That was boring as hell, and O'Sullivan was way over the hill.
That was a boring fucking fight, man.
Right, exactly. So we only got one good fight out of the undercard, right? And then we got this circus that happened. So it's like PBC Mayweather Promotions expect fuckery like that. To me, that's boxing entertainment. As to wrestling entertainment, if you want the sport, there are other fighters to like. Look, this is the logic of these people, of the fight fans today, versus the old school logic, which is proper. Reason why I'm gonna say it really fast. You had Wilder, who was WBC champion, only fought 2 of his top 10, and it took him almost the end of his career to fight 2 of them, which was King Kong Ortiz and right. Now you look at Anthony Joshua, 3 straps, fought all top tens. Who do you think's going to the Hall of Fame? It's going to be Anthony Joshua, right? Because he's 2 times heavyweight champion. If he beats Usyk, he would have tied up with Muhammad Ali to become the 3rd heavyweight.
Did that
Okay,
fight
to
get confirmed, by the way?
yeah, it's gonna be in Dubai. They're gonna announce it somewhere. I think in August. I think.
All right.
You know, you gotta understand, bro. Anthony Joshua was fighting correctly, fighting the top tens, taking them down, getting the straps. But then you got these people who want to, I guess, hate and not understand the sport of boxing. Where if you got a guy who has 1 strap and then you got the guy that has 3, we're supposed to see which one of these are going to complete this puzzle. But you guys over there with that 1 champion with the 1 strap, you didn't really want that fight. You wanted to ride his coattail, okay? But then now Anthony Joshua down the line across the debate table will always look greater than Deontay Wilder. Why? Well, let's take a look at it. Here's one of them. He has 3 straps. This motherfucker had 1. Oh, but it's the WBC. So what? Oh, but he had 10 title defenses. Against who? Right. So, Anthony Joshua has 3 belts. Let's look at the title defenses he had on each strap. Right? Exactly. Come on, guys. Come on. Know the difference between fighters that are real legacy builders and the other guys that are just let's call them fucking bankers. You know what I mean? Guys like that are just
gotta say this
yeah.
I'm gonna say this in Wilder's defense, and this is the only reason I'm gonna say this, is that because of his last 2 fights, all right, because of his last 2 fights that were with Fury, all right, I gained a respect for Wilder. I do believe Wilder, and I think he should stay in boxing. I think he's gonna do boxing. He's gonna do the heavyweight division. He's gonna do good for the heavyweight division. He should fight at least 3 or 4 more times, in my honest opinion, because he's got something to show. He has the potential to put up a really good fight. He did learn his lesson from the 2nd fight. In the 3rd fight, he showed some improvement. That being said, he was willing to go down on his sword, and he did. And I give him much respect for that. Much respect. I can never take away from that. Did I like him before? No. Do I like him after the 3rd Fury fight? Yes. As a pugilist, he showed heart. And for me personally, that speaks volumes.
Well, for me, I don't give a fuck about Wilder because Wilder basically took the WBC, the most prestigious title. He held it up, okay? He held it up for ransom, all right? He never wanted to unify, made a lot of excuses. He also, and I'm not ripping you apart, but I'm just saying, how can this man be good for the sport when he did that? On top of that, he brought in this racism shit. On top of that, he placated to a lot of things that had nothing to do with boxing, okay? Called everyone racist. If you weren't his fan, you were racist. How can he be good for boxing? That motherfucker could stay where he is, depressed. I don't give a fuck about him. I don't give a fuck about his brother who thinks he's a fucking coroner. I don't give a fuck about any of these motherfuckers, all right? Fuck Deontay Wilder. He let him bask into the sunset with his bullshit Tuscaloosa fucking bullshit ass fucking statue they just gave him. Statue for what? A statue for what? A statue for what? What the fuck has he done for boxing while he was WBC champion? That we can't say Usyk has done, that we can't say Fury has done, that we can say Joshua has done. God damn it, even White. What the fuck has Deontay Wilder done for the sport of boxing? Here's another question for future reference. Hold on, for future reference here. What will he do for the sport of boxing if he ever gains a strap again, knowing what the fuck he did before? That's all I gotta say, bro. Yeah, I'm sorry, Fuego, what you saying?
His wife was the one that paid for that statue to be put up.
Oh man. Wow.
Really? Wow. No, I get
it's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke.
No, I get it. I get the joke. But
I mean, the only thing that he does have coming back would just be Anthony Joshua. That's it. Because everybody always wanted to see that fight. Other than that, I mean, who else?
I wouldn't mind seeing him fight Ruiz. I wouldn't mind seeing him fight. I would love to see him fight Frank Sanchez. I would love to see him fight Frank Sanchez because I do believe that would be a good fight. I think Frank Sanchez would win, but I think it'd be an interesting fight. The Ruiz
Bro.
fight would be interesting.
Taking a look at his style, Wilder's style, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Andy Ruiz has pedigree. Andy Ruiz sparks him. Okay, so does Joe Joyce. So does anybody that can fucking box, bro. Wilder was a fucking one pony trick, bro, from PBC. Thank God he's fucking gone. He was fucking phony, bro. Bro, he was set up, Rock. They were all set up. That's what it was, bro. That's what this motherfucker was. One big Grace Jones looking motherfucker from Conan the Destroyer, son, with no fucking horse out here. And they paraded him around. And when he fucking couldn't beat Tyson Fury the first time, what happened? A lot of fucking excuses. He even took the excuses from people he wasn't even supposed to take excuses from and led into his life, which are his fans, bro. His fanatical, fucking tribalistic, racist fans. And what happened? They terrorized everybody that was speaking the sport of boxing, honestly. And then it came to a point where now that you take a look at him, you're like, bro, what's up with all this black slavery bullshit when we're living in times that you're supposed to be helping us get out of that, and you're gonna placate to it and weaponize it?
You're basically saying this.
What it was, he's held up a lot of good fights that were supposed to happen, a lot of history, right? Put it this way, he's denied Anthony Joshua full unification to be undisputed. He's also denied it to a lot of guys like Tyson Fury. He's denied it to a lot of guys, bro. Fuck him, bro. Fuck
him.
Fuck him. That's what I'm saying, bro. Fuck him, bro. Listen, I don't ever want to see this guy with a pair of gloves on. And if he puts them on, they're gonna beat the shit out of him. He can't fight. He's a one-trick pony.
I'm still of the mindset. And look, I'm not getting mad that you went in on my opinion. Don't ever think that I'm gonna get mad that you have an opposing opinion to me. You know.
No. I didn't go in your opinion. I stated my opinion as to why I don't fucking want him, which I do almost every day.
I want you to understand that doesn't bother me because this is what my show is all about. Is that diversity and difference of opinions, and you know that I am. I still believe that he is good boxing from his last, from his last experience in the ring, showing his improvement. And he didn't use the same shit that he used in fight 2 and fight 1. So that being said, this is how come
I didn't see any improvement. I thought he came in no. Maybe the first or second round, he grabbed him to the body, and then once he started getting lit up, he went right back to the.
Well, I saw some improvement. I mean, it was an improvement because when he first hit the ground, it was sloppy. The first, you know what I'm saying? The first fight, right? Then he hit the ground again, and he didn't get the fuck back up. So him hitting the floor correctly was a good improvement to see.
Because that one was coming, that second fight. And then safety after that.
You, Kono. Fuck you.
I mean, I didn't. I was looking for the improvement.
I saw, the way he fell, bro, bigger improvement. First, he fell to the side and it looked good. But then, like, when he finally got knocked out, bro, like, he did the whole Don Flamenco, Mike Tyson punch out, fucking twist and shout. He fell, bro. I was like, damn, that was theatrical, boy. That right there, I mean, bro, what do you expect from a guy who don't live? He had Mark Breland in his corner for mad years, bro. You had a legend in your corner, bro. This motherfucker was giving you instruction and you never listened, bro. And then what happened? He brought you to a title That night you happened to listen and you got yourself a fucking strap. After that, you got full of shit like a fucking colon cancer patient, bro, and you just didn't fucking listen anymore. Then when you're lost, I'm gonna do a little Rocky here. Then when you lost, you started pointing fingers, blaming everybody for your failures. Sound familiar? Life is not a bowl of cherries. It's gonna hit you. And it's no matter how hard you get hit, it's about not how you get hit, it's how you can get hit and keep moving forward. And that's not you, right?
Mhm.
That's what happened to Wilder.
Yeah.
That's what happened to Wilder. Oh, Breland slipped poison in my. The costume was too heavy. My brother got raped. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Come
That sounds a
on.
little like Teofimo as well.
Bro, right? Exactly. Exactly.
I gotta say, guys, we got 2 fights next week. We
Oh, yeah.
got Fulton.
We got
No,
the
we got 3 fights. We got Fulton and Rowan. We got Ogawa and Cordina, and then of course Kambosos and Haney.
Ooh.
yeah. Yep. That's
So
next week. I'll be calling the fight.
Kambosos and Haney is on Sunday. And
It's on a Sunday. That's right.
it's on
Yeah.
a Sunday, and then of course we got Fulton and Roman on Saturday, and Ogawa and Cordina on Saturday as well. So what are you guys most looking for? Because I like Fulton, but I really do feel Fulton lost that fight with Figueroa. In my honest opinion, I think Figueroa won that fight, but by a small. I wasn't mad at the decision. Put it that way. It was that close. I had it that close. So I wasn't mad that Fulton got it. The only thing that made me mad is that I actually bet on Figueroa.
Damn. Damn. He said, I bet on Figueroa. But listen, I just want to see this Kambosos Haney fight. You know what I'm saying? I want this shit over with because he wasn't able to do it with Tio. You know, so he's gonna do it, and I want to see. You know, I got a feeling Kambosos is gonna win this one. You know what I mean? You know, he's been in the trenches. Fought. He's fought many credible fighters. As to Haney, we can only say what he had 2 good fights: the Linares, and I think before that. That's about it. Now, yes, he's a great boxer. He's got a beautiful style, but since styles make fights, we got to understand that Kambosos is quick as well.
Right.
Devin Haney hasn't fought anyone who's quick. I mean, Linares is quick, yes, from the waist up, but from the waist down, he's flat-footed, bro. As he's as planted as a fucking chessboard on the table. So we gotta take a look at the evasiveness, right, and also the accuracy of Kambosos. See, he hasn't fought a fighter that has been so accurate in punches like Kambosos, right? Kambosos to hit Teofimo, a guy, right, who also had great targeting against Lomachenko, another target great. That's something that we got to take a look at, bro. I hope people aren't putting their fucking kids' college tuitions or anything like that on Devin Haney just yet, without doing the analytics and understanding that, damn, bro, this guy Kambosos, he's got fire, bro. Kambosos got fire, bro, and this is a test for Devin Haney. It's not a test for Kambosos. Let's get that straight as well. This is not testing Kambosos. Kambosos is the champ.
Right.
Haney can't test Kambosos has seen Haney's style. Not as polished, but he's been there. He's been there. You know what I'm saying? He's seen half of that coming from Tio. Because Tio was quick, Tio was evasive, right? Tio had good targeting. So I for one, I took a look at it and I said to myself, yeah, I gotta give this a double take. And my double take here is I think Kambosos is gonna pull this shit off, bro.
As far as how actually, I'm gonna let Fuego go next, and then I got something to say on that one. But go ahead, Fuego.
Okay. So the only thing to me is that what discredited his win was all the excuses that Tio made. You know, if he would have never made any excuses, it was like, you know what? That was the better man tonight. It's all good. I would have been like, okay, this guy's got some, he's the real deal. But the fact that, oh, I almost died, I had this, I had that, and that I'm like,
Nigga
oh,
said he almost died.
yeah, yeah. I should have never been in the ring. Had the doctors let my son go in there. That's ridiculous. I'm gonna sue, all that bullshit. But I'm like, fuck, that really like made me like question how good this guy is. If those those lies or whatever may be true, whatever.
Bro, did you see what fucking Tiafimo looked like? Nigga looked like a fucking burnt empanada in the forehead, bro.
Fucked up, leaking everywhere,
My man
And,
had the relleno de papas on the forehead for lumps, bro. He looked crazy.
Like a beat up
You
person.
just fucked that up. I just aced the rellenos de papa the other day, man. Don't fuck that shit up for me, right?
Word. Well, you know what? From now on, we call those the Tio speed knots.
Oh, yeah. But you know what I love? The fact is that, you have to think, okay, it's going to be in Australia. Judges might be in his favor. He's acclimated to being down under because he's been there the whole time. His confidence is through the fucking roof. I love that. You know what I mean? That's what I loved about Rolly this time. That's why it pisses me off when people are like, oh, this guy's delusional. It's like, bro, you're going into a fight. You have to be as fucking confident as you can. You're not going to sit up and people are asking you questions. Well, what do you think about Tank? You think, you could win? Oh, I don't know. Like, he's a really good fighter. I hope I can win. No, you're going to be, no, I'm going to take this motherfucker's head off. Like, you have to have that confidence, bro. Otherwise, you shouldn't be up there.
Exactly.
No,
exactly.
And, he's got, listen, if they do the press conferences, he's going to talk that shit like he always does. I think he's just really good for the sport. That's why I would love for him to win. Devin, to me, Devin Haney is, I'm not saying he's not good for the sport. Just to me, is more like very prima donna, man. Like something about him I just don't like, man. It's just,
bro, what's funny is this nigga said I almost died.
yeah, he's almost
fuck,
died,
bro.
All right, let me get my piece in here. Yeah, y'all gotta let me get my piece in this one. All right, so look, when it came to the last fight between Tio and Kambosos, I'm gonna say this: Tio didn't come out and fight until round 6. Tio came out to try to knock out. He came out to knock out Kambosos from round 1 until round 5. Through round 5, that's all he tried to do. So he didn't give a fuck about points. He gave up too many points. He gave up too many rounds because after round 6 is actually when Tio started going back to the game plan.
right?
But it was already too late because even though Tio was winning rounds and he even knocked down Kambosos in round 10, he was able to lose I think it was round 12. Was it round 12? It was either round 12 or round 11 to Kambosos, which it was still close. So Kambosos barely won that fight with Tio not sticking to the game plan. Now he's going to be fighting someone that is a true to life boxer. Granted, he's pillow fisted as fuck.
Right.
No denying that. But Haney can score them points and not get hit or get hit very little, put it that way. So if you got a boxer with the skills of a Haney going in there against a Kambosos who's going to go in there from round 1 to round 12, we no one expects Haney to knock out Kambosos, and it's not going to happen. But Haney, he has to win those rounds decisively the way Bivol did against Canelo. And
But what game plan, bro? Did Tio have when he was fucking parading out there during all this stuff and Kambosos was in the gym? Go ahead.
Yeah. No, the thing is, Tio believed his own hype. Tio actually thought he was going to go in there and knock out Kambosos. That wasn't happening.
Bro, it was his dad. He's like, you go in there and you fucking take his head off in the first couple, whatever.
Yeah. You can't do that. You can't do that.
You underestimated him.
Yeah, and they totally underestimated Kambosos. Kambosos was training for goddamn near a year. You might as well. You might as well say he overtrained.
Bro, he warmed Pacquiao up to for the Ugas fight, bro.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
was one of Pacquiao's sparring partners.
So all
Yeah.
that being said, you know, Haney going into this fight, I think coming in from round 1 until round 12, this is going to be a completely different fight than the TOP. If Tio would have came in to fight at round 4 or even round 5, I believe Tio would have won that fight. If he would have went to boxing instead of trying to knock Kambosos out. If he would have came in 1 round earlier, he would have won that fight. But he didn't. It was round 6 he came in to try to fight. That's what was his downfall. Haney is going to come into box from round 1. So this is how come I say Haney's going to get it on points, but he has to win decisively. He
Right.
really has to win decisively.
Right. Because if it's close, I think they're gonna get, that it's down under, bro. You know?
Yeah,
Because
man.
if you look at the Canelo fight, I don't know what fucking fight those judges were watching. They weren't watching the same fucking fight I watched. Because there's no way there was a 15-13 round. There was no.
Nah, there was no 15-13 round. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, they're gonna have Kambosos, I think, 2 rounds ahead, right? That's usually what they do, especially if you're the champ, right? They'll have them. So Devin Haney, you're also missing a factor here, gentlemen, right? We're missing a factor. I mean, I'll put myself in it as well. His father's not gonna be there, right? He's gonna have Zab Judah's father at his corner, right? And that's a chemistry that we don't really know about, right? So it's like his frame of mind, him taking instruction from someone different, how's that going to play out? That's something else that we've got to take a look at. Because me personally, coming from an era where we've seen fathers, work with their sons, and then all of a sudden, like, they get pulled away from their fathers, and some of their fights don't really turn out the way they, right? Except for Tito Trinidad and his pops, they kept it funky. But let's just take Sugar Shea Mosley and his dad, or Roy Jones Jr. and his, or it didn't really, right? With this one, that's like Batman and Robin, or Batman and Alfred, right? He needs his Alfred, and it's gonna be taking instruction and shit. I think that's really gonna fuck with him, bro. I don't know.
I personally think that it's a better thing for him to have Judah in the fucking corner instead of Bill. I'm thinking of it as a non-factor. He's gonna have to be a man. He's gonna have to nut up and shut up and just do what he got to do. So I'm not making it a factor. I'm not gonna let it be a factor in my head. If Haney lets that be a factor in his head, then that's on Haney. That's on Haney. That's all.
If Rocky could fight Clubber Lang and hold on. If Rocky could fight Clubber Lang and fucking Ivan Drago with Mick not being there, bro, yeah, there's a possibility.
So what about, this is my monkey wrench in the whole situation. So Devin hadn't gotten the jab, if I'm not mistaken. He was saying, yeah, I'll take the jab, to go down there and fight him and this and that. What if he takes the jab, within a certain amount of time? What if it has a little bit of effect on him? I'm just saying, throwing that out there. If it takes off a little bit off of him, who knows? Going down under, different humidity, different heat. What is it? Different time.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see that. Huh?
His father not there. There's a couple of factors against him. There's a couple of factors against him. So, it's gonna be a great fight, I think.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a good fight. I really do. I think it's gonna be a good fight, but I do think that Haney's gonna take it. But it's gonna be close. It's gonna be close according to the judges. Hey, let me welcome Puro Soul. What's up, Puro? How you doing, brother?
Electro. What up, Jedi? Who else we got up here?
We got Fuego.
Fuego's up here with us.
Oh, Fuego. What's up, man? Salute.
Salute.
So Puro, we've been talking about like earlier we were talking about how channels have been, there's like I saw 3 different channels that were talking about how Rolly was exposed, and I had to set that shit straight and say, yeah, Rolly wasn't exposed, Tank was exposed. How do you feel about yesterday's fight?
I don't know about Tank being exposed or Rolly being exposed. We knew what it was going in. In my personal opinion.
No, yeah, I thought Tank was going to take it in round 6, and then he did take it in round 6. But
Yeah, I picked the round 2. That's crazy.
My thing is I did not expect Rolly to take any rounds. And on my book, and you know how I score. I know people have some issue with my scoring, but in my book, I had Rolly up 4 rounds to 1, and that is something I did not expect.
Yeah, Jay, that was a horrible scorecard.
Yeah, what did you have?
4-1.
Did you have Rolly?
I didn't even score it. I didn't even score the fight, to be honest.
Oh, you didn't score it? Yeah, no.
Nah.
I was watching it live with
4-1. I mean, probably. I don't know.
Yeah, I was watching it live with Jedi, and some of us had it 4-1. I know that Carl had it 3-2 in favor of Rolly. The fact that Rolly won any rounds was shocking. Because you wouldn't expect that. So what did you think about the fight? What was your impression? And then we're gonna go on and continue talking about the Kambosos Haney fight coming
up. I saw. I mean, I saw Rolly a lot more disciplined than he usually is. He's usually kind of like, looking like really bad in there. So I thought it was a lot more disciplined. I'm actually kind of curious to see what Rolly does moving forward. If you get my meaning, but I mean, this kid might not have a chin though. What do you guys think about the knockout?
I thought him walking into that point, that there was no choice, man. I'm just gonna put it this way. I'm just gonna put it this way. He got bulked up. He walked into that punch.
Yeah. People talk about Ryan keeping his chin up in the air.
Exactly. But he pulled the Ryan. He had his head up in the air like Ryan, and it's like that's the result. That's what Ryan has to look forward to. That right there.
Yeah, I seen an analysis on YouTube, and they were breaking him down. They're like, the one thing with Rolly is like he always keeps his chin up in the air, and he leaves himself open. So, there you go.
Yeah, that's true. Raleigh, he impressed, bro. He came out. I expected him to be at that level. He was supposed to be at that level. The problem is that his defense, bro, just like Jared Hurd, bro, they have the Rocky Balboa defense, bro. They like blocking shit with their eyebrows and shit. Like, come on, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. The first rule of boxing, bro, if one hand is throwing, the other hand is what? Blocking. And it's like, bro, I kept telling Raleigh, bro, stop going in like that. And what happened, bro? He went in and swing, bing, ding. You know what I'm saying? He got caught out there.
Yeah, he got his. But the thing is, he got hit a few times before that. That I was surprised that he took it like a champ. But that one, yeah, he wasn't. I don't think anyone, honestly, would have been able to take that punch. Walking into a punch like that, nah. I don't think anybody would have been able to survive that shit. I don't care who.
You know what? What the funny thing about it is that he had made a comment that it was going to be the Adrian Broner and Maidana fight all over again, but he. He was thinking he was gonna be Maidana, but it was the reverse, bro. He was Adrian Broner on the fucking rope.
Bro, that shit almost came out like Pacquiao Marquez, fellas. It was very close.
That's what it looked like.
Moving. Right. He ain't moving, Jim. He ain't getting up, Jim. What it is, what it is, man. I mean, it was a good fight. That Ramos and Santa Maria fight was I think for me, it was very good. Especially as I called it, bro. I was seeing exactly how my man had the movement, bro, against a smaller guy who was quick as well. Santa Maria was small, but how is it that the dude Ramos, who's taller than him, was getting under his arms? This motherfucker, the taller guy, was getting under the little guy's arms and landing body shot combos, and I was like this motherfucker with his. So I'm gonna keep my eye on Ramos, bro. He's and he's undefeated as well. So, let's see. And I don't even care about the undefeated streak. What I care about is who he's going to fight in order to keep that O. And that's the only reason why I look at fighters and their O's now in this era, because it's either you got a strap, right? And if you do have a strap, who do you defend it against? Now, if you got an O and you don't got a strap, either because of the politics or you're not qualified for one, let's see who you're going to fight in order to retain that O, right? That's how I look at it. If you're like Devin Haney, where they emailed you a championship, okay, no doubt. It's not about who you won the championship off of. It's about who you're going to defend it against. Show me something. That's how I hold these motherfuckers accountable.
I'm the same
Hey,
way, Jedi.
a little
Go ahead,
sidebar. Electro Jed.
Yeah.
Okay, you know who I'm excited to see? The 6'5" guy at 154.
Bro, there's a 6'5" motherfucker at 154, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, bottle cap glasses.
Are
and
you
all.
are you talking?
Glasses and all.
Damn. Oh, what's that nigga's that he got a weird name too? I know
Fundora.
exactly who you talk about. Fundura. There we go, bro. That nigga got a fucking camel neck, bro.
Fundura, yeah,
Yeah, Fundura though, is he the one that's Funk? He's got a belt. I mean, so you can challenge Carlos.
I can see, yo, Fundura can fight, bro.
Bro, I
And
want to
if he
see.
fights- Bro, he got reach, bro. He got power, bro. Even though he looked like that dude, you guys, I don't know if you guys ever grew up watching Bugs Bunny cartoons, but there's a fucking buzzard that, nope, oh yeah, nope. That's what he looks like. Yeah, that buzzard. Yeah, he looks like him, bro. He looks doofy, but bro, the moment he takes his glasses off and he stands up, bro, that jab is gonna crack your face, bro.
Bro, how is a 6'5" guy working on the inside against people? That shit is insane.
That's amazing, son. That's amazing. And he's 6'5", 154, bro. Usually at that frame, bro, you're close to 180 at least or higher, bro. This motherfucker must be the most fucking like fucking you know how light aluminum is, kid, but durable. That's how this motherfucker is, bro.
He's fucking titanium.
Word, fucking titanium plated ass nigga, son. This nigga, he Dazlim. There we go from Street Fighter. Yoga Flame, right? That he's mad lanky. Nigga weigh $154, but he got power and he got skill. I'm surprised, man. He must have a special diet or something, bro. Maybe anemia. I don't know, nigga. But I'm just saying, God bless his health. I'm just saying, to be 6'5" and be 154, bro. Nigga, there's something wrong with your blood cells.
I think he's the contender, man. Like he could ask us to fight. You know, if Charlie doesn't drop the belts, I think that might be his next fight. If I'm not mistaken.
I heard he eats lots and lots of chocolate pudding.
Oh man, so he basically gives himself an enema. he shits all over the place. Yeah, I mean, yo, a good gut is a healthy life. You guys know that, right? If you drink one of those fucking milk and magnesia drinks at least once or twice a month, bro, and you clean your guts out, do you know how clear your skin would be? You know how your heart rate would be, bro? You be in good condition because most of that shit comes from our stomach. You know what I mean? And I for one got to get one of those citresonas, the shit that look like it's in Spanish. It looks like soda, but it's not. You drink that shit, bro, and you're shitting for an hour, but you clean everything out of your system. It tastes like spray.
Oh no shit. Well, that's
Yeah,
all.
bro.
But
Yeah,
yo,
man.
Kudo, I wanted
Yes, sir.
to ask you, what do you are you looking forward to the Kambosos fight, the Kambosos Haney fight coming up?
Yes,
Most
sir.
definitely, most
Yes,
definitely.
sir.
What
Yes,
do you
sir.
got? Me so far we've already talked about our picks. What's your pick and how do you think the fight's gonna go?
It's a tough one to pick. I mean, like initially, like right off the bat, I would lean Haney just because of I mean, the quality of opposition. I think he's beat a little bit better opposition, and more than that. I mean, I would go Kambosos in this fight, but because the way Tio fought against him, like I don't know, maybe that made him look better than he actually is. I'm not sure. I mean, it's truly a 50-50 fight because I actually, because I didn't know who Kambosos was until Tio was going to fight him. So I watched his last two fights, Mickey Bay and what's his name? Lee Selby. And I actually thought he lost the Selby fight. So, you know, I thought Tio was gonna make, you know, I would say quick work of him, even though I did put a $5 on the first round knockout on the odds.
Puro,
But,
let me help you real fast.
this-
3 seconds, 3 seconds. Let me help you real fast. That fight that Cambosos had with the guy you just said, the difference in that fight was Cambosos's jab. Take a good look at it again. I had to because I was in the same state you were, and I noticed it was the inside jabbing, the outside jabbing, the mid-range jabbing. So it's like point. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was all about. He was a point fighter that night.
You know, for sure. And the reason I say I thought he lost, which I did, but I mean, to me, let me add that the fight was uber close against Selby. So like literally, like I'm not mad that they gave it to Kambosos. Like literally, I think the judges didn't get it wrong per se, but I just thought it was so close it could have gone either way. If you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying? I just thought Tio was a better fighter than Selby. You know, I still think he's a better fighter than Selby. But Tio, to me, lost that fight because he came in with a horrible game plan. You get what I'm saying? I mean, if Tio fought if Tio fought Kambosos like he fought Loma, would we even be talking about this fight?
Not at all. Agreed. Not at all.
So that's the thing, though. But Kambosos did it. Like me for the Kambosos Tio fight, I was impressed by Kambosos in the championship rounds because I thought with Tio almost had him out of there, but he got tired. He couldn't get him out of there. But I thought the fight was dead even going to the 11th. And like Kambosos impressed me by biting down and like fight like a champion in 11 and 12. I thought he won 11 and 12.
Yeah, I thought he won one of the championship rounds, and it might have been the 12th because that's the most impressionable round. But because Tio didn't do well one of those rounds is why I think he lost the belts. Because he didn't come to fight until fucking round 6. I was saying that. So yeah, me and you thinking the same way.
Yeah, I thought he won 11 and 12 easily, you know, and he won the fight. Like me personally, when I saw Tio going kind of like he got robbed, I'm like, shit, man, delusion. But anyways, yeah, I mean, I thought Tio fought the whole entire fight.
he said, nah, delusion. I like that.
Yeah, but you can tell, man, with her about to, go crazy.
Bro, this nigga said, bro, I almost died in there. I was like, bro, Fuego reminded me of that.
It was his pops that was saying, he's like, yeah, I take my son to the hospital. He had a collapsed lung. They had to give him all these treatments and shit. He almost died. They said he should have never been in there. I don't know how the docs let him to fight. He was dying, he almost died in them. Could have lost.
And that goes to show you that the so-called quote-unquote trainer of the year don't know shit about boxing and what he's doing, or doesn't give a fuck about his son / his fighter. Because if the doctors told you that, they left it in your hands to either have this kid fight or not. So if he would have died in there because of the clots or whatever the fuck he claimed, bro, it would have been his blood on his hands. Facts.
Yeah. And actually, like for me personally, for all that stuff, I mean, I'll take their word for it and say he did have that. But like you said, Jedi, man, it's on him. Like he allowed him to fight.
You can't put the blame nowhere else.
Been canceled already, and this and that, and like they had to make it happen, and whatever.
I get that too, but still, man, I mean, like shit. I mean, it is what it is. Either death or making money. It's up to you,
bro. If you want to do a quick survey on if it was wrong for him to do that or not, and him complaining about it, knowing this now and giving it to the fight fans, let's take a good look at trainers like Angelo Dundee, Cus D'Amato, and others that came before him, right? Do you think that if they had ailments like that or any type of anything that came up, you think they would have let their fighters, regardless of what they went through, a pandemic or anything like that? And even though boxing and the sport of boxing had to recuperate, don't you think it should have been right? These gentlemen respected their fighters, right? So that's all you got to ask yourself. If anyone out there is having a problem with understanding what we're saying here, that was very irresponsible of his father / trainer to let him go and then to complain about it, bro. Listen. This is why I say, look at the great managers as well and trainers and ask yourself, would have let this motherfucker in? At the same time, don't you think that their managers would have gotten great fucking attorneys to deflect what Triller was trying to do to him, Kambosos, and the IBF, bro, as to suing them? because of the pandemic, and they weren't able to fucking put the show on. That shit was dismissed. So it's like, come on, man. You know, he don't know shit about boxing, bro. And the reason why they jumped on his dick, WBC, and gave him that Trainer of the Year award was because it was hard to actually beat Loma.
Yeah.
Loma.
But
If
Loma
you take
was
a
hurt.
good- Yeah, he was. That's what I'm saying. Because right after the fight, he went shoulder surgery. He showed it. A lot of motherfuckers was trying to say, "Oh, Manny Pacquiao saltwater shit." No, fuck you. He showed it. He also showed the points of entry as to where the surgeon went in, which were 3. This motherfucker got a bowling ball holes on that shoulder. Okay, from where they had to correct his rotator cuff and all that. So he comes back, fights Linares, right? If I'm not mistaken, puts the beats on Linares, then fights someone else after that. Come on, dog. Come on.
Hey yo,
Yeah.
Jedi. With Ugas,
yeah.
I think it was before the Manny Pacquiao Ugas fight. I was on one of y'all. I think it might have been on your show, Jedi, and we had talked about his left bicep being fucked up, and then he claimed that there was nothing wrong, and he still went and fought. Right? Guess what I saw on this what's his name? The big fish. What's his name? Spence.
What?
A fucking cut mark right above his bicep. So he had surgery on that bicep. He had something torn there.
Look at
Because I
that.
looked at the pictures before the fight with him and Manny Pacquiao, and he didn't have a scar there. So he definitely, had a bicep tear. And I think he actually admitted it after the fight as well, like a couple of months later. He's like, yeah, I didn't want to say nothing, blah, 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 blah. But yeah.
Bro, I can't stand. I call him fucking your Dennis Wombat. That nigga look like a wombat, bro.
All right, guys, I'm gonna have to call it here because first of all, I came in, I started late, but I can't do the full 2 hours. I'm gonna say thank you to everybody that was in the chat. I want to thank everyone that came up on the panel. Jedi, my brother, Pudo, my other brother from another mother. Fuego, thank you for coming up here. I want to thank OG for coming up earlier. I got to get out of here now, but thank you. Let's just call it. I got Haney winning next week. Jedi, who do you got?
I got Cambosis winning and giving Haney a whole bunch of relleno de papas.
Fuego, who do you got?
If I'm a betting man, I will go with Haney, but my heart's with Cambosis.
And Pudo, who do you got?
I'm leading Devin, but I'm interested to see if Cambosis can back up what he did against Teal.
Gotcha. All right, guys. Peace out, everyone. Love you guys. Thank you for coming up here on the panel Aftermath with me.
No doubt.
Finally
No
did
doubt.
it on
Thank you,
Sunday.
EJ.
I'm not late for once. I mean, I was late streaming, but I'm still on Sunday, so thank God for that.
No doubt. He came on time, but he's leaving early, bro. I understand that. Chuletas forever, bro. For real.
All right, guys.
All right,
God
fellas.
bless you guys and later.
Take it easy, fellas.
All right. God bless y'all. No doubt, man. Peace.